Hello, good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wendy from Wendy's Crafty Den. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. I'm using one of my most favourite papers from the paper pads ever. And as it happened to be the first paper pad I ever bought, then it makes it doubly exciting. This is from Heartfelt Creations, and it's the classic rose stamp pad, what do I call it? Paper pad even. And when I've used quite a lot of it, and when I do use it, I do try and leave one image that's, what I call a full image, so that I can use it as, for example, doing this card. Now then, push them out the way a minute. The measurements are slightly different to the usual A4 cut in half folded again, the A5. So I thought, well, I don't want to cut that. I don't want to cut that down, and I don't want to really do anything to it. So I thought, right, what I did was I measured it, and it is 7¼ inches by 4. So now then, I thought, well, 7¼ if I do a 7½, then I'll have a little bit of leeway. So I did that 7½, and then I thought, well, I want a 4, so if I do this, what did I say it was? 3¾ that was it. And I thought, well, I want a little bit of border all the way around it. So I thought, right, okay, I'll do it 4. Well, what I did then was I cut a piece of card that is 8 inches across, and then I scored it at 4, and it is 7, what did I say it was? 7½ long. So I can put this on here without actually cutting anything up. I've cut the card to match the paper instead of the paper to match the card. Because sometimes that's the best way of doing it, because, you don't want to ruin that, do you? Well, I don't. I could have cut it off there, but then what would I use to snap it off? So I thought, no, I'll leave this as it is. Right, we're going to make some flowers as well today. Not very complicated ones, but flowers nevertheless. Just put that off to one side and bring in my little flowers, my dauber. There we go. And I've also got, I can't pick them up today. I've also got some flower centres, because at the moment I haven't decided which which centre I'm going to use. So they can all go there. Right, what was I going to do? Yeah, now these are from Classic Rose Stamp and Die Set by Heartfelt Creations. And what I've done is I've stamped them in real red, and I'm using Melon Mambo to colour them in. Well, you can see I've coloured a lot of them in, but I'm just going to finish off a few, because you usually do dark. Where's the other one got you here? Do a dark bit in the middle, and then you drain it. No, you sort of drag it out, so you've got a lighter piece in the middle, and then right on the tips, as you can see what I've done here, I just put a little bit of darker on the tips, and I'll show you why in a minute. Like I said, I've done a few, so we wouldn't be too long. Now, as you can see, that looks now like the light's catching it, and there's a bend. It gives you I don't know, called optical illusion. I don't know, but that's what it gives you. So I'm just going to finish off these last few little bits on the tips. And which way round does that go? I don't know, but there we are, never mind. Put a little bit on there. If you don't want to get fingers, you can wear gloves or just be a little bit more. But no, I tell you what the best way to do is to stamp them, then colour them when you've stamped them. So then you don't end up with a gunky finger like I've got, which would probably go all over everything, but hey-ho, let's try it, shall we? Right, I bring in now my stamping mat. I shall put it there. First of all, I'm going to put this base on the card. You stay there, little one. And I'm using Tombow glue and Stamp It Up Sell that. And it really is a very good glue. I've got a neighbour that does a lot of gluing things, and that's a dead one. I put it in the wrong hole. That's better. I put them both face down. I forgot which was which. Oh dear. Yeah, my neighbour, she does a lot of very small and delicate things. She does a lot of quilling and parchment and things like that. And she said this is by far the best glue that she's had. Right, now that I'm big, move them out the way. Go on, that's the way you go. Shoo, 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 shoo. Because I don't want any red coming onto the cards. I don't know which way side round, so it doesn't matter. Right, I'm not going to put a sentiment on the card. Oops, better put it right way round. Always check that your image and your cards are working together as a team. Now, I'm not putting any sentiments on these because a few people have asked me to make them cards, and because I don't really know what the occasion is, they're quite happy with that. And they said, don't worry, but a little trick I've thought, I haven't done it yet, but I'm just about to make a batch of new cards now for somebody. But I'm going to stamp out all different sentiments. So you got thank you, congratulations, with sympathy, just hello, miss you. I'm going to stamp out a load of them, and I'm going to put them inside every card box. So then the person can just cut it out then and use them as they want to. Hold on, I've got to have a drink. I've started drinking lemon and lime fizzy water, and it is extremely yummy. Now I'm hoping that there's nobody coming up the stairs. No, Wendy, it's this way round. Right. So now I'm going to start at the biggest one first. I'm only going to do one flower for today. Start on the biggest. I'm going to put that on, but I don't really need it on because I'm going to use it. Put my tea out the way because the other day I actually managed to spill it on my laptop. Right, so that's what I'm doing now, is doing little round circles and just press a little bit as you're doing it. And you can see the cup shape. Also, what you can do is take a little one and go dab, 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 dab. I think this is the wrong mat. Hold your horses. Right, Heartfelt Creations do. You can see I've used this, can't you? They do a whole set, and you get your stylus, and then you've got all these heads that fit in. But I can't find my stylus anywhere. So I bought some of these the other day as substitutes, really. Right. Yeah, use the little one, and that's better. Can you see the difference there? I've got quite a few Heartfelt Creations tutorials I want to make with you, and so that'll be in the next few weeks. I'll be doing that. Right, there we are. That is squiggled and it's shaped. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, for this one now, can you see that? Right. I had to take the thing off my desk, so I'm going to have the paper, so I'm going to have to get another one. And then I know then if I'm inside that circle, sorry, even square, then you can see what I can see, or you can see me doing what you're supposed to be able to see me doing. It's the second one. I mean, I've got so many different flowers I could show you using these well, just these on their own. You can make beautiful roses, but today I'm not making roses. Oops, 1, 2, 3, and we'll do another one as well. Which one is it? Oh, I'll do this one, I think. As you can see, I have actually painted the back of them. Some people don't do it, but as you know, now you can see that. If I put that on a card, then you can also see the bottom, and you know, you don't really want to see that whiteness, so I just dabbled it a bit to take the whiteness off it with the melon mambo and with my dauber. There we are. Now then, which centre? I know what, I'll decide the centre later. Now then, back for my glue now. And I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue on there. And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to alternate. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm alternating it, and then, or it's them rather, just give it a little press. Maybe now I'll put a little bit of glue. It doesn't need much glue because it's such a small surface area. Get in there, stay there, stay. Right, so put another, it's a smaller one, is it? Yeah, I'll put another, oh, I haven't shaped that one, look. One day I will get organised and I will have everything ready. Right, now that I've done that, whoops, it's a little bit too much glue, but it doesn't matter. Right, I'm going to stand up for a minute now to see where I am in the thingy of whatever I'm thinking of, and press that down. Because as you press it down, they all come up, and I've got a carnation to show you one day as well. Now then, as for the centre, I even think that these are going to be too big now. They're going to be too big for in there. No, I'm going to get away with it this time, but next time, because I measured it with it being when it was flat, and obviously when it was flat, it's got more surface area, so it didn't look quite so out of depressing. You don't yeah, just fluff it up a little bit. What I did do on this, sorry, earlier, I forgot to tell you, just give it a little misting with water. And what that does then, that will, come on, you're supposed to stay in there. When the water dries then, it becomes a little bit like, oh, what's it called? Paper mache. So then the paper itself then does get to be a bit thicker, and not thicker isn't the word, is it? Stronger. No. Oh, I need a thesaurus, I think, or I need to learn how to use one. Right, now then, the next decision is where to put the rose. There. I think I'm going to put it up here, because then that will balance it all out. Give it a little press so you know it's what you were calling it. Right, now what I've got here now is the Winker Stella. Just going to check that there is, so just checking that there is Stella Wink, or whatever it's called, coming out. And I'm just going over the petals now. No rhyme or reason. Just go over all the petals, and so they got a little bit of a shine. There we go, and that is your Heartfelt Creations cards, made with a classic rose stamp and die, and the classic rose paper from Heartfelt Creations. Here we are. Now, thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and show it to your friends so that they can subscribe. And I'd love to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. All right, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.